Bienenfeld Law with Saul Bienenfeld.
Hi there. A lot of you have been asking what happens when somebody actually gets arrested. So picture this. It's 2 a.m. and there's a loud knock at your door. Or maybe you're just pulled over on the side of the road and suddenly you're told you're under arrest. Your heart is pounding, your mind is racing, and the world just shifted under your feet. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens after an accusation turns into an arrest. Whether you're an attorney, a student of law, or someone who just wants to understand the system better, you're going to get a clear step-by-step roadmap. An arrest can happen in two main ways. One is on the spot. For example, during a traffic stop or a stop at the scene of an alleged crime. And secondly, it could happen by a warrant. So when law enforcement already has a judge-signed document ordering your arrest. Either way, this is the first critical moment where your rights matter. You have the right to remain silent. Please use it. You have the right to an attorney. But here's the thing. Most people talk themselves into trouble right here. Remember, police are gathering evidence, not giving legal advice. Remain silent, please. Once you're taken into custody, you'll go through booking. That means your personal information is going to be recorded. You're going to be fingerprinted and photographed. Your personal items will be taken away and vouchered and stored. And you'll be placed in a holding cell. Now, this process can take hours, and it's designed to log you into the system. This is where the pressure starts. You might be questioned. You might even be told things like, things are going to go much easier if you cooperate. Let's be clear. The safest answer is, I want my lawyer. That's not an admission of guilt. It's exercising your rights. Now, within a short period, which is 24 hours or more, you'll have your first court appearance. That's called an arraignment. And here's what happens. The charges are finally read. You'll enter a plea, guilty or not guilty or no contest, and bail will be addressed. The judge decides if you can go home while your case is still moving forward and under what conditions. If you're facing serious charges, your lawyer may fight to reduce bail or argue for release on your own recognizance. Once you're out, or even if you're still in custody, the pretrial phase begins. Now, this includes discovery. That's the exchange of evidence between the defense and the prosecution. Motions. That's legal arguments about what evidence should be included and what evidence should be excluded, like statements or the drugs they found in a car. And there's the negotiations. That's the plea bargaining process, which will be discussed at another time. This is where your lawyer builds your defense, investigates the facts, and looks for weaknesses in the prosecution's case. If there's no plea agreement, your case goes to trial. That would mean jury selection, opening statements, presentation of evidence and witnesses, and then a closing argument, jury deliberations, and finally a verdict. Hopefully a not guilty one. But if it's guilty, then sentencing will follow. The judge will tell you how long you have to spend in jail or if you're going to get probation. The sentencing phase is also very, very serious. Now, even if you lose, the story isn't over. You can appeal. There are post-conviction remedies. And in some cases, new evidence or legal errors can change the outcome. So what happens after you're accused and arrested? A lot. The process is complex. The stakes are high. And the smallest choices early on can have the biggest consequences later on. The golden rule: know your rights, use your rights, and never face the system alone. Call an attorney. Thank you for listening. Stay informed, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.